and welcome to my vlog. In today's video, I'll share with you how to apply for a New Zealand visitor visa for those who are in Australia on a visa grant. Now, for those who are permanent visa holders, you are eligible to apply for a New Zealand Electronic Travel Authority or NZeTA. I'll cover that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create a RealMe account, complete the application form, upload your documents, make the payment, and understand what exactly happens after you submit your application. Let's get started. I'll be sharing my screen so you can see exactly what it looked like step by step. See you later! The first step is to copy the link from the description box below and paste it into your browser. Then hit enter. You will be directed to the RealMe site of New Zealand Immigration. Creating your RealMe account. For those without an account, click the Create a RealMe login button on the right side of the screen. On the next page, set up your account. Type in your email address in the box and click the Send Code button. You will receive a code at your nominated email address. Once you receive the code, type or copy and paste it into the confirmation code box. Then hit the Confirm Code button. Type a username in the box provided. It should be a minimum of 4 characters. Then, nominate a password. It must be at least 8 characters long and contain at least 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, and 1 symbol. Then hit the Continue button. On the next page, you can provide your mobile number to be used to reset your password when you forget it. You are also required to nominate 3 security questions and their answers in case you require help desk support in the future. You can also set up a secret PIN. In my case, I left it blank. Once satisfied, tick the checkbox to accept the RealMe terms of use. Once done, click the Create button. You will need to confirm your mobile number. Type it again and click the Send Code button. Type the confirmation code and hit the Confirm Code button. On the next page is a welcome page to New Zealand Immigration Online. To start your visa application, click the My Visas button. And on the next page, click the Apply for a Visa button. On the next page are the things you need before you start your visitor visa application. A photo, credit or debit card, scanned copy of your passport bio page, and supporting documents if applicable. Application questionnaires. Scroll down and fill out your situation below. For the question, are you applying for a temporary visa, resident visa, or transit visa? Since you are applying for a visitor visa, choose temporary visa. Next question, are you outside New Zealand? Since this video is for those who are Australian visa holders, choose yes. Next question, what type of visa do you want to apply for? Choose visitor. Next question, are you a citizen or permanent resident of Australia or a citizen of a visa waiver country? Choose no. Next question, select the purpose of your visit. Choose tourism or holiday. Next question, why do you want to visit New Zealand? Choose I am coming for a holiday or vacation. Or if you have friends and family in New Zealand, you can choose to visit family or friends. After that, it will show you the type of visa you need for such purpose. Then click the Start My Application button. On the next page, this is where you can pay for the visa and also add additional applicants. If you are only applying for yourself, click the Continue button as shown in the video. On the next page, Identity Details. Under Identity Information, answer the question, do you have a mononym? This is when your first name and surname appear in only one field in your passport. If they are on a separate line, then click no. After that, new text boxes will appear. Type in your given or first name, then your middle name if it's displayed on your passport. Leave blank if it is not. After that, complete your surname or family name. On the next question, have you ever used any other names? This is for those who have been married or have changed their name or have been adopted. Choose yes if this applies to your situation. If not, then choose no. For the New Zealand immigration history, answer the following questions. First, what country or territory will you be in when this application is submitted? I chose Australia. Next question, have you previously applied for a New Zealand visa? Choose whichever is applicable. For first-timers, choose no. Next question, have you previously requested an NZeTA, which means New Zealand Electronic Travel Authority? NZeTA is for those who are citizens or permanent residents of visa waiver countries such as Australia. If you are not a permanent resident of Australia, choose no. Next question, do you hold an Australian permanent resident visa? This is to check if you are eligible for NZeTA. Choose no. Next question, have you ever traveled to New Zealand? Choose whichever is applicable. For first-timers, choose no. For the passport and birth details, enter the following information. Your passport number, type in the nationality as shown on the passport, then the country or territory of issue. Answer the next question. Have you ever lived or spent time in your passport issue country? I chose yes. Then input your passport issue date and expiry date. Next is to choose your gender. Type in your date of birth as shown on the passport. Type your country or territory of birth. Then your town or city of birth. For the national identity details, answer the questions. Do you have a national identity number? Choose whichever is appropriate. If you choose yes, you may need to type in the national identity number, date issued, and expiry if applicable. If none, just choose no. For other citizenships, answer the question, do you hold any other citizenship? Choose whichever is appropriate. I chose no for this example. For the upload photo section, click choose file and locate where you have saved your photo. It should meet the photo requirements. It should be passport size, JPEG file between 500 KB to 3 MB and between 900 by 1200 pixels or 2250 by 3000 pixels. For the contact details, enter the details of your current physical location. Since this video is for those who have Australian visas, choose Australia as current country or territory by typing it in the text box. After that, another text box will appear where you can type your complete address manually and choose the correct one from the available choices. Then, answer the question, is your postal address the same as your physical address? I choose yes for this answer. Select no if you want to receive mail at a different address from your current physical address. For the email address, type in the email address where you want updates to be sent. For the applicant's preferred contact number, enter the country code, area code, and phone number with no spaces. Don't forget the plus sign. For optional info, you may or may not put any details for them. After that, click the Save and Continue button to proceed to the next page. On the next page, Purpose of Visit, under Visit Details, answer the question, do you have membership with one of Immigration New Zealand's tourism partners? I choose no for this one. Answer yes if applicable to you. For financial support, answer the question, are you able to financially support yourself during the stay, including onward travel? Choose whichever is applicable. For this example, I choose yes. After that, another question will appear. Do you have prepaid accommodation? Don't need to have a booking, so you can choose no. Next question. Do you have at least 1,000 New Zealand dollar available for each person each month? Choose yes. Last question. What evidence of onward travel will you provide? Select I have sufficient funds to purchase travel. Next is your stay in New Zealand. Answer the following questions. Do you require a multiple journey visa? For a higher chance of approval, choose no, as you might be given multiple entry anyway. If you answer yes, you may need to provide more info about your next trip to New Zealand. Next, provide details of your estimated date of arrival in New Zealand, and then your estimated date of departure from New Zealand. For parental permission, if there is anyone under 16 years old, they must have permission to travel with just one parent and have evidence of sole custody or permission from the other parent or legal guardian. If not applicable, choose no one included in this application is under 16. Then, click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Character, answer the following questions. Choose if it is a yes or no. If yes, provide details. Have you ever been convicted at any time of any offense, including any driving offense? Next, are you currently under investigation? wanted for questioning, or facing charges for any offense in any country, including New Zealand. Next question. Have you ever been refused a visa or permit by any country, excluding New Zealand? Declare any visa refusal and provide dates of refusal and reason if known. After that, click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Health, answer and declare any health conditions. If the answer is yes, provide further details. You may need to have a health exam if you answer yes to one of the questions. First question, do you have tuberculosis? Next question, do you have any medical conditions that require or may require one or more of the following during your stay in New Zealand, such as a renal dialysis, hospital care, or residential care? Next question for females, are you pregnant? Under the length of stay, choose whichever is applicable. If you will stay for less than 6 months, more than 6 months, or more than 12 months. For tourism purposes, choose less than 6 months of stay. Your answer will determine if a medical exam is required for your application. During this video, a 1 month or less answer was still available. Under the medical examinations, answer if you have had medical examinations for your current visa application. If none, choose no. Then hit the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Employment History, provide your employment details by answering the questions about your current employment. Answer if you are currently working. If yes, answer questionnaires will be shown. Provide details of your current work by entering the start date. Choose the month and year only. Next question, choose the applicable role or job title from the choices. Then provide the country or territory of your work. Another question will be shown asking for the state, province, or region of your work. After that, provide the country or territory where the organization is based. Then, the name of your organization or employer, and the head office address of your organization or employer. After that, provide your employer's phone number and your employer's email address. Then click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Relationships, provide your relationship status, whichever is applicable. If you have a partner, you may need to provide their details. Next is your New Zealand contacts. Answer if you have any contacts in New Zealand. You may also need to provide details of your contact in New Zealand, such as their name, address, your relationship to your contact, date of birth, and mobile number. For this example, I chose no. Once done, click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Immigration Assistance, answer the following questions. Are you completing this form on behalf of someone else? Choose no if you're doing it for yourself. Next, have you received assistance or immigration advice relating to this application? Choose whichever is applicable. For this example, I chose no. Then, click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Supporting Documents. This is where you can upload all the required and supporting documents. They should be in English and in PDF format. To proceed, answer the question, are all your documents you intend to upload in English? I chose yes for this example. If not in English, you may need to have it translated before you upload it. For identity evidence, this is where you upload your passport bio page. Click the Browse button and locate the file in your computer's folder. Then, answer the question, are you living in a country that is not your country of citizenship? Since this video is for those who are Australian visa holders, the answer should be yes. A new question will appear. What country are you living in? Type Australia and choose it. Then, you need to upload your Australian visa grant as a supporting document or evidence of the visa that entitles you to live in the chosen country. Under the purpose of visit evidence, upload your itinerary of activities for your declared date of visit. Next is the evidence of genuine intent. This is optional only if you have evidence from your employer showing that your leave from work is approved. You can leave this blank if you don't have that document. Next is the evidence of your Australian visa. You just need to re-upload your Australian visa grant for this section. Next question, do you want to upload other evidence of your genuine intent in support of your application? Choose yes if you have other supporting documents. If not, choose no. Under the evidence of funds, answer the question, Are you providing bank or financial statements as evidence that you have sufficient funds to support yourself and any additional applicants while in New Zealand? Choose yes. Another text box will appear. Provide details of your evidence, such as type of statement as provided in the example below. Next is the bank or organization name. Provide the bank name, then the bank or organization branch. I just provided the bank name too. Same as the bank or organization manager. I just type in the name of the bank. For the value of funds reflected by these documents, choose from the drop-down button what the equivalent amount of your financial document is in New Zealand dollars. Choose the right amount range. Then, upload the statement by clicking the Browse button. Under the Other Evidence, if you have other supporting documents, you may upload them under this section. Click Yes for the question, do you have any other evidence to support your application that you want to upload? Other financial information, police check, birth certificate, and other evidence that is applicable from the choices under that drop-down button. For this example, I chose No. After that, under Declaration, tick the checkboxes if you have checked that the documents you have uploaded accurately represent the statement made in this form, and if you have provided English language translation for any documents not already in English. After that, click the Save and Continue button. On the next page, Review and Declare, check all the information you have provided, such as the spellings and dates. Any error may cause delay of your application. Once you have double-checked everything and are satisfied with the information and supporting documents provided, and you have agreed to the declaration, tick the checkbox that you have read and understood this declaration, NZeTA's privacy statement, and the terms of use of immigration online. Then click the Ready for Submission button. On the next page, Application Summary. Click Pay and Submit Application. On the Review Application Costs, you will see how much visa fee you will pay. For this example, the international visitor levy amounting to 100 New Zealand dollars is what you only need to pay for Filipino citizens, as application fees and immigration levy have been waived. To proceed, select the payment method and choose which method is applicable. The most common method is credit or debit card. Then click the Next button. On the next page, input your card number, card expiry date, card security code, name on card, and click the Pay button. Make sure you have enough funds on your nominated card. On the next page, My Payment, it will tell you if payment is successful, and it should look like the one on the screen. To check the progress of your application, go to My Dashboard and click the My Visas button. Under the submitted application, click View Application Progress, and it will show you the progress of your application. It usually takes 1 to 2 weeks for a decision to be completed. Once your visa has been approved, you will receive an email that looks like this. To download the visa grant, you may need to log into your RealMe account and go to My Dashboard and My Visas. Under the Issued Visas, click Download e-Visa to get your visa grant copy, and it should look like this. It will show you the length of stay you are allowed for each entry if you got a multiple visa. And that's how you apply for a New Zealand visitor visa as an Australian visa holder. You may use this video as a guide if you are applying from a different country. If you are watching up to this point, thank you so much. Please comment where you are located so I'll know where this video has reached. I hope this tutorial has been helpful, especially to my fellow Filipinos living in Australia. I wish you good luck, and I hope your New Zealand visitor visa gets approved. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video for more visa tutorial. Have a nice day, everyone! Bye!